Marcus thought he knew everything about his marriage to Elena. At 38, he'd built what seemed like the perfect life with his 36-year-old wife. 15 years together, 9 years married. A partnership forged through university friendship that blossomed into deep love. But sometimes the secrets we think are buried forever have a way of surfacing when we least expect them.
Their love story began in the halls of academia. Marcus started university in 2007, Elena in 2008. What started as friendship evolved into something deeper when Elena was struggling through a difficult breakup in late 2009. Marcus, along with the mutual friend, supported her through the emotional turmoil. When she finally ended that toxic relationship, their friendship naturally shifted into romance. The transition felt seamless and beautiful. A kiss led to a first date, which led to exclusivity, which led to a life built together. By 2010, they were officially a couple, and Marcus couldn't have been happier. Elena seemed to feel the same way. Their communication was excellent. Trust came naturally, and neither had ever given the other reason for suspicion. Their marriage in 2016 felt like a natural progression of their deep connection. They both maintained full-time careers, supported each other's professional growth, and had been trying to start a family, though without success so far. From the outside, they appeared to be relationship goals. Two people who had grown from friends to lovers to life partners. But last Saturday, at a family barbecue at Elena's brother's house, Marcus's world shifted on its axis. He'd gone inside to grab something from the kitchen, innocently searching through the refrigerator when he overheard a conversation that would change everything. Elena was talking to her sister in the next room. At first, Marcus wasn't intentionally eavesdropping. Privacy and trust had always been sacred in their relationship. But then he heard something that made his blood run cold. Elena's voice saying his name, followed by, "Can never know about this." Have you ever overheard something that completely changed how you saw someone you love? Share your experience in the comments. Elena's sister was confessing to almost cheating on her boyfriend and feeling guilty about it. In response, Elena shared a secret she'd been carrying for over a decade. A secret that would shatter Marcus's understanding of their relationship's foundation. Elena revealed that early in their exclusive relationship in 2010, she had slept with a lab assistant from the university. Her exact words were burned into Marcus's memory. "I wasn't sure things with Marcus would work out at the time, and I just allowed myself to do it. I felt guilty once I saw how much he loved me and treated me well, and I could see a future with him." When her sister asked if anything else had happened later in their relationship, Elena was emphatic. "No, it was just that one time, and I wish I could forget about it." The regret in her voice was unmistakable. But for Marcus, the damage was already done. The conversation continued, but Marcus felt like he was underwater, struggling to process what he'd just learned. The woman he'd trusted completely, the foundation of his adult life, had betrayed him at the very beginning of their relationship and hidden it for 14 years. Marcus retreated from the kitchen in shock, somehow managing to get through the rest of the barbecue without revealing his devastation. But Elena noticed immediately that something was wrong. She knew him too well. His attempts to blame it on work stress weren't convincing anyone, especially not the woman who'd been reading his moods for 15 years. The next few days were torture for Marcus. The betrayal felt fresh, as if Elena had just cheated on him yesterday, rather than over a decade ago. He found himself analyzing their entire relationship through this new lens, questioning moments he'd treasured, doubting the authenticity of memories he'd held sacred. Sleep became elusive as Marcus's mind raced through painful scenarios. Had there been other times? Were there signs he'd missed? How could someone hide such a significant secret for so long? The woman lying next to him suddenly felt like a stranger. What would you do in this situation? Confront immediately or take time to think? Let me know in the comments below. Marcus knew he had two choices: confront Elena immediately while his emotions were raw, potentially turning the conversation into a destructive fight, or take time to process his feelings first. Despite his pain, he chose the latter, recognizing that the relationship deserved better than a conversation fueled by fresh betrayal and anger. The decision to seek therapy first proved crucial for Marcus. His therapist helped him understand that while the betrayal was real and his pain valid, the timing of his discovery didn't change when the actual incident occurred. More importantly, she helped him focus on what really mattered. Not just the cheating itself, but the fact that Elena had hidden it from him for 14 years. This reframing was essential. The betrayal had two components: the original infidelity and the ongoing deception. Marcus needed to address both if their marriage was going to survive this revelation. After his therapy session, Marcus felt emotionally prepared for what would be one of the most difficult conversations of his life. He waited until they were both relaxed at home, then asked Elena to join him in their bedroom for a serious talk. Elena immediately tensed, sensing the gravity of the moment. As they sat on their bed, the same bed where they'd shared countless intimate moments, made plans for their future, comforted each other through life's challenges, Marcus struggled to hold himself together. His approach was direct but measured. "I heard what you told your sister about cheating at the beginning of our relationship." The words hung in the air like a death sentence, and Elena's reaction confirmed everything Marcus feared. Elena broke down immediately, tears flowing as the secret she'd carried for 14 years finally came to light. Her confession was complete and devastating. Yes, it had happened right after they became exclusive. Yes, she had been influenced by friends who told her she was getting too attached too quickly and needed to have more fun before committing. The details emerged through Elena's sobs. She'd been torn between her growing feelings for Marcus and peer pressure from friends who thought she was moving too fast after her previous bad relationship. When Marcus asked her to be his girlfriend, she'd wanted to say yes desperately, but doubt planted by well-meaning friends created internal conflict. One night out, influenced by alcohol and poor advice, Elena had made out with her lab partner. She insisted it was only kissing. No sex occurred, though she admitted to exaggerating the story when telling her sister years later. The moment it happened, she said, she felt immediate regret and went home to cry all night. For Marcus, the physical details mattered less than the emotional betrayal and years of deception. He told Elena exactly that. The hiding hurt more than the original mistake. This honesty seemed to break something open in Elena, and her explanation poured out through continued tears. She described being a naive idiot who let herself be influenced by friends who didn't understand her feelings for Marcus. She confessed that she'd been terrified to tell him, convinced he'd leave her over what she saw as a stupid mistake. So she'd chosen to bury it, hoping it would never surface. Research shows that secrets in relationships create emotional distance even when the secret keeper believes they're protecting their partner. Elena's choice to hide her infidelity had created an invisible barrier in their relationship that neither of them had recognized until now. Elena's tears and pleas for forgiveness seemed genuine to Marcus. After 15 years together, he felt he could read her authenticity, and everything about her reactions suggested real remorse and regret. She swore she'd never felt anything for anyone else since they got together, and that the incident was truly a one-time mistake born of immaturity and poor influence. Marcus found himself at a crossroads that many betrayed partners face: forgive and rebuild, or end a relationship that had otherwise been loving and strong. His response surprised even himself. He chose forgiveness, but with conditions. Share your thoughts. Should partners always confess past infidelities?
Or are some secrets better left buried? This is one of the most debated topics in relationship advice. The symbolic importance of dates in relationships became clear as they navigated this new reality. Marcus told Elena he could forgive her, but he'd never again be able to celebrate the anniversary of when they officially started dating. That date was now tainted by knowledge of her betrayal so soon after they'd committed to exclusivity. Instead, they decided to celebrate their marriage anniversary and the date they moved in together, milestones that represented genuine commitment without the shadow of deception. This compromise allowed them to honor their relationship while acknowledging how the revelation had changed their history. Elena's relief at finally sharing her secret was palpable. She described the guilt as tormenting and admitted that carrying the secret had been a constant weight on their relationship, even if Marcus hadn't realized it. The confession, while painful, seemed to free both of them in unexpected ways.
The aftermath wasn't simple or immediate healing. Marcus was honest about how the revelation had affected him. Things had definitely shifted in their relationship. Trust, once broken, requires deliberate effort to rebuild, even when both partners are committed to the process.
But Marcus also discovered something important. His love for Elena was stronger than his hurt over her past mistake. The conversation, while devastating, had also brought them to a new level of honesty and communication. Sometimes marriages need to be broken down before they can be rebuilt on a stronger foundation.
For couples facing similar situations, Marcus's story offers both hope and caution. His choice to seek therapy before confronting Elena likely saved their marriage from becoming a casualty of raw emotion and poor communication. The decision to process his feelings first allowed him to approach the conversation with intention rather than just anger.
The question of whether past infidelities should be confessed is complex and personal. Elena's choice to hide her betrayal for 14 years caused additional pain when it was discovered. Yet her original fear of losing Marcus wasn't entirely unfounded. Many relationships don't survive infidelity revelations, regardless of when they occurred. Marcus and Elena's story continues as they work to rebuild trust and intimacy after this revelation. Their marriage survived the disclosure, but it required both partners to commit to a new level of honesty and communication. The secret that Elena thought would protect their relationship had actually been creating distance between them for years. Their journey toward healing isn't finished, but Marcus's final reflection offers hope for other couples facing similar challenges. I love her more than anything in my life. Sometimes love, combined with genuine remorse and professional guidance, can overcome even the deepest betrayals. The lesson from their experience may be that relationships are stronger when built on complete honesty, even when that honesty is painful. Elena's 14-year secret created more damage than her original mistake might have, demonstrating that the cover-up often causes more harm than the crime itself. For Marcus and Elena, this crisis became an opportunity to recommit to their marriage with full knowledge of their history, both the beautiful parts and the painful ones. Whether their love can fully heal from this betrayal remains to be seen, but their choice to fight for their relationship offers hope that some bonds are strong enough to survive even the most devastating revelations.
The questions facing them now are the same ones confronting countless couples. Can trust be rebuilt after years of deception? Is love enough to overcome betrayal? And can a relationship emerge stronger after being broken down to its foundation? For Marcus and Elena, the answers are still being written, but their commitment to finding them together suggests that some love stories are worth fighting for, even when they're built on painful truths.